I have two questions I want to ask, but one, I want to go back, Dr. Lurie, without her, I want to go back to this who's in charge question. When I was a governor, I used to have a phrase, who's on the flagpole? You know, if nobody was on the flagpole, nothing got done. If somebody was on the flagpole, usually we'd show up the next week and, you know, it got done because it would be that person. Think of Hyman Rickover, who would tell the captains of the nuclear subs, they'd have a 7-minute interview with him, and he'd tell them two things. One is you're in charge of the ship, you're in charge of the reactor. Anything happens to the reactor, your career's over. We never had a death. We never had a death as a result of a Navy reactor problem in the last 60 years in this country because of accountability. Now, we didn't have that with Ebola. Maybe it was our fault for not seeing it, but I expected someone to step up and say, and maybe this is the President's fault, somebody should have said, Dr. Lurie's in charge here. She's on the flagpole. If it had been a military operation, you would have had a daily briefing. I mean, we had a near panic in the United States over Ebola. I thought for a while that if I had announced or gotten someone to announce, or if you had announced that if you'd take your flu shot, you wouldn't get Ebola, we'd save 10,000 lives because people would go take a flu shot, an Ebola shot, because people were so afraid of Ebola. In Tennessee, public health departments were turned upside down because all they were doing was Ebola. In hospitals, they were spending all their time and money buying suits for Ebola. All that was good. The reaction was good, but it needed to be put in perspective, and people were afraid. So I think we should think about if the Assistant Secretary of HHS can't be seen in an epidemic as in charge, then maybe we should change the law. I mean, I know you thought about this, but first it was Dr. Frieden, next it was NIH. Then the President appointed a czar who became the phantom of the White House and disappeared and was never seen again. Now, maybe he did a good job, but none of us would know it. He wasn't available to testify before this committee or any other committee because he was a White House czar. So this is something we should think about before we have another incident like that.